part B is asking for the area of the entire shape minus the area of the warehouse and the area of the parking lot. So let's find the dimensions for the warehouse and the parking area. So we need the dimensions for that because we have to calculate area using the formulas for area of a rectangle and area of a triangle that's also listed on your reference sheet. So let's just look at the warehouse. Let's look at the Y values. So we'll start with the parking area. From 0 to 20, we know this dimension is 20. From 20 to 50, we know this dimension is 30. Now we need to go for the X value from 4 to 39. So if we're going from 4 to 39, what's our dimension? You would do 39 minus 4, which would be 35. So this is 35 across. Now, this is a small triangle down here. We know the height of the dotted line is 20, but we need to know what the dimensions from the edge of the dotted line to this point is. And if we know that this point is 39 right here, 39 to 50 would be 11. So this dimension right here is 11. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the area of the warehouse, the area of the parking spot, and I'm going to make a little rectangle to show that we're talking about the rectangle part here, and then the area of the parking spot with the triangle. So these are all of our areas, and I'm going to write them in red because that's what we need to subtract. So area of the warehouse would be 30 times 35, which is length times width or base times height, however you want to look at it. So that would be 30 times 35, which equals 1050. So now let's do the area of the parking spot, which would be, I put that dimension right there, which is 35. So it would be 20 times 35. So 20, let me write it. 20 times 35, which equals 20 times 35 equals 700. Now, the area of just this little triangle would be 20 times 11 divided by 2, or 1/2 base times height. Now, instead of multiplying by a half, I'm dividing by 2, but those are the same thing. So 20 times 11 divided by 2, that's 110. So these are all the areas that we're going to have to subtract. So that's why I wrote them in red. But let's figure out what the total area is. Now I'm going to write that in green. We're going to do the total area of, and I'm going to do the square or the rectangle, and then the total area of the triangle. So those are my two shapes. So technically you could say total, I'm going to erase it and put an A. So my bad. Let's erase it. Let's figure out the eraser button. Now I'm going to write total right here. My bad, y'all. Now I'm going to do the area of the rectangle and the area of the triangle. So the area of the triangle will be length times width or base times height, which would be 50 times 60, which is going to equal 50 times 60 equals 3,000. And then the area of the triangle, which would be 20 times 60 divided by 2 equals 20 times 60 divided by 2, 600. So what we have to do is we're going to have to calculate my area is going to be add up the stuff in green and subtract the stuff in red. And I'm going to write it under it. I know it looks sloppy, but I don't care. because I'm running out of space. So add up 3,000 plus 600 minus 1,050 minus 700 minus 110, and you should end up with, write it in black, 1,740 square feet should be your final answer. Hopefully that helps.